Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to my Screencastify tutorial. Screencastify is a Chrome extension that can be used to record whatever's on your screen, as well as to use a webcam to record yourself and save whatever recordings you make to your Google Drive, and then you can share the link with your students. Before I get started, I just wanted to point out that on the distance learning website, there's a section for other digital tools, and on that page there is a Google Slides presentation with more information about Screencastify and a link to some more videos as well. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is install the extension. So I'm going to open another tab and then just do a search for Chrome Web Store. Once I'm there, I can do a search for Screencastify. And that's it here at the top. Click Add to Chrome, and then Add Extension. The extension should appear to the right of your address bar. So here it is at the end, and you can just close that window. All right, so now to get started, you would click on the extension. And the first time that you open it up, it'll ask you to connect to your Google account. That way it could save to your Google Drive. So go ahead and click Sign In. And then you want to make sure that you allow the camera and microphone. Make sure you hit Allow. And that's it. So now we're connected. So it should only have you do that the first time. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to record anything that's on your screen. I'm going to start off with this Google Slide presentation. I really like combining slides with screencasting because you can have all your information ready to go in your slides. It could be about anything. Mine's about multiplication strategies, but you could do one about how to write a paragraph or some kind of science lesson or how to play a sport. Anything where you want to explain something and have visuals like shapes and images, maybe videos and animations. So to begin, I'm going to click on the extension at the top here. It kind of looks like a pink arrow with a camera inside. And once it loads, you'll see that you have 3 different choices of how to record. The first one, Browser tab, is to record just this one tab. If I select that and start recording and then I switch to another tab, it will remain focused on that first tab that you opened. If I click Show More Options, I can see here I can change the countdown. So usually when you click Record, it says 3, 2, 1, and then it starts recording. Embed webcam, you can use that if you want the webcam to be recording you as well while you're talking. And usually it comes out at the bottom right corner, but you could drag it around too. Show drawing tools. You might, if you want to, for some reason, circle or draw or use a spotlight, you can use that as well. Tab audio, that's for recording the audio that's coming out of your screen. In this case, I'm just recording myself talking, so I'll just leave it on microphone. If I want to be moving from tab to tab, then I want to use desktop. You can also show a webcam preview. I usually leave that off because you can usually see the webcam anyway. Okay, and the last option is webcam only. When I choose that, it's not going to record my screen. This is to record a video of yourself. So maybe if you're recording yourself doing a read aloud or explaining directions to students, or just anytime you want a video of yourself, select webcam only. In this case, I'll go back to desktop and I'll leave the webcam on just so you can see it. When you're ready, click record. And there I am. You are not recording until you actually select your screen here and then click share. And usually while it's counting down, I click present so that it's ready to go. As you may have noticed, you can drag the webcam around, and if you decide not to use it, you can click the X to close it. All right, so if I were presenting, I would tell my students we're going to learn about multiplication and then go through the slides explaining. And so I really like using animations for this. So all my visuals were ready to go. And when you're done, I'm going to either click this X or escape so I could get back to this extension here, and then click on it. I know it's recording because there's a red dot on it. And when I'm done, I click on this square to stop. Now you could also pause, or another option is if you didn't like your video, you can click the trash can and start over. I'm going to go ahead and click the square, and then it loads a preview. And so right now it says click to unmute, so it's playing the preview for me. If I want to listen to it, I can click there. If you decide not to use it, you can click the X to close it. All right, some more options here. You can title your video. So maybe I'll change it to multiplication. And then if I don't like it, I probably wouldn't title it. I would just throw it away here by clicking the trash can. Some more options here, because we have some premium features right now across the district. You can also trim your video. So if I wanted to cut off part of the beginning, I could drag the scissors. As you may have noticed, you can drag, and then I could drag the scissors at the end as well. Pause for another option. And when I'm done, if that looks okay to me, then I can say save trim. Now it gives me a warning, if you trim the video, you can't find that footage again that you cut off. So if that's okay, click trim. While that's processing, I'll point out that on the right side is where you can see your different share options. If I click on this little drop down here, I can see that I could just go ahead and download it. I could also export as an MP4. Some more premium features here, export audio only, or you could also export as a GIF. As far as sharing, there's some more options here, but the most useful one is to share to Classroom. So if I click on that, then I get the option here to select my class and then to create an assignment. So I'll add it to this test class, and then I'll do create assignment, go. So now it titled it multiplication. Here's the link to the video. I could add more information like you usually would fill out an assignment. Here I can see students can view the file. Okay, so then I would click assign. And then I can go see where it showed up in my classroom. So here we go. I'll go to classwork. And now here it is at the bottom, multiplication. Now you might notice that when you first post the video, it looks red, it won't let me play it. Sometimes, because it's in my Google Drive, it takes sometimes up to 10 minutes to process. I do want to show you where you can find the video in your Google Drive. So if I go to my drive and scroll down to Screencastify, this is where all my videos will go. So here's my video, and I see that little person icon here. That means that it's been shared. And so that's a cool feature of sharing the way I just showed you. If I look at the share settings some more, I'll go to advanced, I can see that it was shared with everybody that's in that test class. If you decide not to go that route, like here I clicked on share to classroom. Let's say I go directly to Google Drive. Maybe I want to share this video. You can do it that way, but you have to make sure to go into the share settings and then change it from private to anyone with the link can view. So then save it, and then I would copy this link and go back to my classroom and create an assignment. And then if you're doing it this way, you would add link. So then I would paste that and add a title and anything else to create my assignment. So that's how to add your finished video to Google Classroom. So now I wanted to show you guys just a few more ideas. You don't have to use a Google slide presentation. You can use this tool to show anything that's online. So for example, I could go to my Google Classroom and record the directions. So I might start recording and then say, and today you're going to click on the Komodo Dragon questions assignment. And you're going to click here to open the Komodo Dragon book, and then click here to open up the questions that you will answer. So if I open that up, I've made a copy for each person. So that's just one example of what you might do. Another way you can use it is to just explain anything online. So for example, if I'm going to show students for the first time how to log into Flipgrid, I might go here to my extension, and then I'm going to show some drawing tools in this example. So maybe I'll go to Browser tab, and then make sure those drawing tools are toggled on, and then record. And the drawing tools usually appear down here on this corner. Okay, so here it's recording, so I might use this pen to point things out. So maybe I'll say, the first time you go to Flipgrid, make sure you enter your flip code here. I could use this eraser tool, right? Another cool thing you can do is if you have the cursor selected, you can select focus, so that'll do a spotlight. So maybe I can say enter your flip code here. Or this one, highlight clicks. If you hold down left click, it makes a circle. Yep, that's about it. And on that presentation that I showed you guys earlier, there are some examples there of different screencasts. And if you go way down towards the end, I added an explanation of what all the tools do if you choose to use them. There's also some shortcuts. So maybe if I do a lot of writing and I want to clear my screen really quick, then you'll see at the bottom of the screen here it says wipe screen clear. The shortcut is Alt-Z. I'll also show you, let me stop this recording. I'll just close that. Another place that you can find those shortcuts, if you click on the extension and go to the 3 lines and then options, there's this keyboard shortcut. So here, if I click on configure, I can find what those shortcuts are. So I'll go to Screencastify, and I can see that to stop recording without having to go up to the extension, I can do Alt-Shift-R. It might be different depending on what device you're using. So that's a good place to check. Definitely shortcuts save time. And then if I go back here, let's see, to the extension, I just want to show you the other shortcuts. I go back to options. So if I click on View Drawing Tools Shortcuts, then that basically shows you all of this. I just copied and pasted it into my presentation. So that's where you find shortcuts. And then if you want to explain something while drawing, there's a few different ways you can do that. So for example, if you go to the 9 little squares to look at different Google apps, you could find Google Jamboard. And if you want to create a board, click on the plus sign. And so if you need to do any kind of drawing while you're explaining or math, you can select a pen. Let's see, if I click here, I can change the color or the tool, like a paintbrush. I'll just leave it default. So here I can start writing. So maybe I'm doing this math problem. And there's different tools you could use. I can use this eraser if I've made a mistake, or you can also undo here in the corner or redo. Another neat thing here is this laser tool. So if I turn that on, I can point things out, but without writing over things. So I might say, I notice that there's some parentheses here. So that means that I need to add these two numbers, while you're recording yourself. Another cool website that's similar to this is Aw App. So it's awwapp.com, Aw App. And it has similar tools here. The eraser, you can clear the whole board. The reason I like Jamboard is because you can have multiple slides. So I might write another problem here, and then for some reason I might want to go back and refer to the other one. So that's kind of cool. All right. So those are a few different ways that you might record your screen to share with your students. Last of all, I'd like to show you the webcam. So I'm going to click on that extension and go to webcam. And there's not very many options here, just the countdown. Again, you want to use webcam if you want to record yourself. You could just be doing a read aloud or any kind of lesson where you're not recording your screen, you're recording yourself. So when I'm ready, I click record. Hi kids, today I'm going to be reading a chapter from The Princess Bride. Ready? Okay, and then when you're done, click stop. And just like the other recordings, it'll load a preview. Looks like it's muted right now. And then if you don't like your video, click the trash can, or you could title it if you want to keep it, and it automatically saves to your Google Drive. I think that's about it for screencasting. Again, you can find that Screencastify slides presentation if you go to the Distance Learning Resources website under Other Digital Tools. Here it is. You can click here to expand and scroll through the different slides. There's also screencasting examples in there. And then those videos, more videos to learn more about Screencastify. One of the last slides in this presentation has some ideas on how to use Screencastify in the classroom, as well as some more links for more ideas. This one's really good, 50 ways to use Screencastify in the classroom. And just so you know, your students could also use Screencastify. They can follow the same steps to download the extension and then record any types of videos that you would like. Maybe whatever they're doing at home, or they can do some writing and then record themselves reading it. If you have any questions or would like support with screencasting, you can find our information at the bottom of this website on any of the pages. You can email all of the tech coaches at dtic@pvusd.net, or leave a message at this number here, and we will receive a voicemail in our email. Thanks for watching.